Welcome to another edition of the Just Smell So Good Nation. I'm your host, Roosevelt Baby. Today, message is upon investment and how some will make you believe that saving money is not the right type of thing to do with your money. And what type of investment that you should invest in to create opportunity, cash flow, and other things that they propose. I want you to listen very carefully. The selling game is the best game. Why is that happening? Well, the reason for this, that the people that tell you this need to sell a product. Like I do. I have to sell. That's the way it is. I believe in what I'm selling too. But let's break down the opportunity, value, and some of the aspects of what you're investing in. Bitcoin if you invest in Bitcoin, it has a validation. It has slopes and hills. Let's show that. Slopes and hills. And one day it may be at 50 cents. Another day it might be $1. And another day it might be 150. But also it can go all the way back down almost to the original price of 25 cents. But you invested at the high level of Bitcoin, so you lost all that and you have to wait for it to come out. Now, once it comes to the original cycle, you believe that you made money, but actually you lost money. 401k plan. 401k plan is basically on the index of the Fortune 500 index of stocks. Heinz, Hershey's, IBM, and so forth, the higher ends of the stock market. But also you have index of smaller companies that's in index in the Fortune 500. Once you check this video out, and it may be on Prime, it might be on what's the other one? Prime and well, you know what the other one, because I don't watch much TV. Not Xfinity, but it's called Chinese Hustle. It's not a karate movie. It's nothing like that. It's telling you how some companies index small companies and make them Fortune 500 companies, but really they're not making the money. And you are in the 401k plan. You are at higher risk because the company says that it's making money, but it's actually is not. And you keep on pushing in the index of that company to create more opportunity for your future. And Heinz, it could cost you everything that you own because you're not taking care of the money because you believe that others managing your money will do the same thing. Other brokerage houses. Another thing that just recently came up, and this is highly crazy to me, how some of our real estate is becoming so high that the average person who works 70 to 75,000, 80,000 may not be able to get into those homes whatsoever. And with that, they take a higher risk to put down more money, put more opportunity down to buy that house. They take a higher risk when actuality, if you look at some of the marketplace that have migrated from New York, California, and so forth, you notice that they sold their property to buy cash properties. And also a lot of investors had buying properties, they're going to be hurt very badly in certain markets that doesn't have corporate structure that helps more people make money on a job. And these jobs are not corporate saturated, such as Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, certain parts of Florida, Texas, and so forth. And you probably like, what does that have to do with saving money? What does that have to do with me? And what does it have to do with the fragrance game or fragrance business? Listen, when you start creating your future as a business owner, right? You get to see the whole spectrum. Some may not want to see it because they're disillusional about how a business is run, what's the plus and minus, what's the loss sheet, what's the cost of doing business. Delusional people in business are high risk in business, and they could lose it all, because they're not paying attention. But as I am in the fragrance business, I've been in the fragrance business for more than 22 years. I wrote a book called The Business Hustler Owner. Let me show you this. 13 chapters of impact information. You can buy this on Amazon. You can buy it from me, sign on the Market of Money, and so forth. But I believe in opportunity cost. So if I buy something such as an air freshener or something like that, how many times can I make money? How many ways can I make the money? And based on inflation and based on what the bank is utilizing your money for, most people don't make 9 times out of their money. They make about a 20%. In the service business, they make about 300% off their money because they're working for time, not leverage. And when anyone tells you that real estate is a leverage business, yes, it's a highly leveraged business, a highly debt leverage. Now, you cannot put, in the beginning, you're going to have to put a real estate in your name. So that is debt that you have to repurpose and pay back to the individual, the lend holders. And the lenders will keep making money as long as you pay. And we just recently seen this through the pandemic, that everyone lost a lot of money. Lost a lot of money who own real estate. A lot of businesses closed because there was heavy leverage in debt, recycling money, but their profits wasn't even that high. Now, individuals like fast foods and some restaurants done went to the level of high. Actually, they should have been there, but now they're there, and food costs have soared to that degree because you have different immigrants coming in, or in our countries, such as Mexicans, Ukrainians, people from China, from Israel, and so forth, Africa. They're coming in, and then they are taking the jobs that most Americans do not want to do. But also, they starting their own business because most Americans believe that they are equal or better because they're Americans, when there is the opportunity to create more opportunity for yourself. What is my closing on this? You have to start a business while you're working for someone. If the fragrance business is something that you want to do, and you see me on this video, I mean, you can start it for a small amount of money of $250 to know who the manufacturer, or you can just go do your research and learn about the business. Some people say this business is, they say, saturated. How can this be saturated when it's in your city or town? It can't be. It really won't be. Because you're the person who's selling the product and the service. You're the person who's creating the opportunity. You have control of your name when you get a name. You can sell anything that deals with your business. You can sell Avon, Mary Kay, Amway, so many different companies. You can sell it because you create the opportunity. Once you start getting the cash flow, strong cash flow, you can do whatever you like in any opportunities. Coding, buy more real estate if that's what you want. That's your fanny. But if you don't have adequate money deposits in your bank account that loads your bank up, you're kind of making a truly sad mistake in business, because you don't want to be leveraging debt without having a positive cash flow. You don't want to be that person who's hurting before you make money. You want to make sure you are leveraging cash flow. Cash flow will bring you to the point of you paying for gas, food, rents, so forth. And let me tell you, rents are higher than most mortgages. And they are putting some individuals in a 2-year lease. So if you had $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom perhaps, you had $24,000 to $48,000 in 2 years. 2 years. That's a huge deposit on a property, or a property that you might want. But how would you be able to do that? I would suggest get a roommate or something like that. A person responsible to pay, because some of y'all gonna need it. So, welcome to the Just Musical Nation. I thought of this, give you this broadcast while it's on my mind. Investment. I heard it on the radio. It was ridiculous to me how that person might say, "You got money in the bank." Look, man, if I didn't have money in the bank, would you give me a property? Or if I didn't have 100,000, 50,000, 10,000, 20,000, would you give me the chance? Most people don't have $1,000. And it's coming to this point that our government system saying like they're going to do the transformation of the Bitcoin. And if so, they're going to give the ones who may have $1,000 a credit to transform their money to Bitcoin, and they're going to solidify it, make it solid. So that means there's no validation up and down, and it's going to be a worldwide of it, right? And they're telling you take your money out of the banks, right, to invest, when you should have that money in the bank to get your 10 to 1 out of 1,000. I believe it's going to happen. I really do believe it. It may not be 10 to 1, but it's going to be something drastically going to change the whole world economy. And if you're not ready, or you're not suited up to do these type of things, or move fast in your business, or move your life, a lot of people are going to be standing outside holding signs asking to feed their families. People that you never knew, or people you never seen, who you never believed who would ever do such a thing like that. They're going to come to that point of view, holding signs, asking for money. I never seen so much, I never seen so much invaded behavior of the young people, especially white people. I never seen so much poor people, young people, asking for money. And they stand next by jobs that's looking for people to work for them. It's a clue to that, right? You are making more money standing, right, asking for money, than the hourly pay. And some of these companies are paying 20, 23, or more an hour, and you standing there I would love to try to sell a fragrance standing up, and hopefully they buy it from me for $10. I think I could sell 300 of them, right? Make $3,000. I think I could. 300 times 10. What is that, y'all? 1,000 is times 10 is 1,000. So that is $3,000. If I can make $3,000 standing and sell you air freshener, you got a car, and I'm not begging, that's commerce, baby. That's cash flow. Welcome to the Just Music Nation. Gotta go. Peace.